What exactly is a true calling and how on earth do we find it? Join me, Annabelle Beckwith, as I speak to numerous women who are on that very journey and from whom we can all learn how to find our own true calling. Hello and welcome to the show. Now our theme today is It's Okay to Want More. Now my guest is Paty Acosta, and to the casual observer she was already living the American dream. She had a successful real estate business, she had a beautiful home, she had a comfortable lifestyle, and yet for Paty something was missing. Something was missing. And then an unexpected opportunity presented itself, and Paty decided to make some brave choices and play the long game in order to gain what she felt she didn't have, even though to everyone else she seemed to have it all. Let's hear Paty's story now. So Paty, thank you so much for joining me on True Calling. Now you already had a very successful career, and yet you decided that you want more. You decided to take a fresh direction, which has led you to incredible places now. So what prompted that decision? What prompted you, even though you were already successful, to look at something else?
Yes, Annabelle, I was living at that moment in the United States, and I'm from Colombia. And it was not easy to get to the United States and to create a successful life there. So I was making money. I had my own office of real estate. So I bought a house. I had my new car. So everything looks like it was like the perfect life, that we always look for. But guess what? I was not happy. I was feeling not happy. And the reason was, I was by myself in the United States. My family is still living in Colombia, and I was missing them a lot. And I started thinking, I don't think life is just about making money, I don't think life just focus on making money and make some sacrifices being you away from family. So that's what I start asking, and I start kind of praying for an opportunity that allows me to live in the United States, but allows me to come more often to my country, Colombia. And you know what? That's one of the things that I want to tell everybody is if you want something, you need to start ask for. You need to start ask to the universe, to the person that you believe for that. Because guess what? Because when I start asking for that, somebody that didn't know me introduced me to this world of network marketing. Honestly, at the beginning, I had to tell you that I was kind of I didn't believe that was the opportunity that I had to take off, because I didn't know much about those and about this industry.
Yeah.
But what I did, I did my research. I find out that the company that I was ready to get involved, it was a company that it was solid company. It was in the New York stock market. But honestly, I had to go by myself to the company to kind of find out everything was okay. But let me tell you exactly what I decided to start working in this industry. It was because at that point I had the opportunity to interview a person that was already successful too before get involved in the network marketing industry. And actually he was already successful doing the network marketing business. And I asked him, I say, okay, but why I will involve in this industry that I don't know? I've never been in this before. I'm already successful in the real estate market.
Yeah.
And then he told me, Paty, if you continue in the real estate market, you will always start from zero. Every month, you will start from zero. If you don't sell a house, you don't make money. And I say, well, that's right. And I say, how about in this industry? I say, okay, if you work really hard here, for 5 years, 7 years, you build a huge network of distributors. You help us to open countries, to open, to work in the launches of new products.
Yeah.
If you do that and if you create a network, a big network, you don't have to work after. You can at the beginning, you're going to work, yes, really I don't like to say work hard, smart. That's the word for me. Work smart in this
Yeah.
industry, and then you will have more time. And Annabelle, that's what I have now. That's what I have. I had time, I had freedom. So that's exactly what made me decide to come into this industry. And I
Right.
have to say that I start part time, like I start part time because actually I didn't know much. So I
Hmm.
was doing successful in real estate. So I started working like part time. And after, when I start making like kind of like the same income that I was doing in real estate, I decided to start doing network marketing full time.
Right. So there's so much in what you've just said there, Paty, because initially you were saying that you had the trappings, you had the nice house, you had the great job, the successful career, you had you had the nice car, but you said it's about more than money. And actually I hear this a lot from people who have become successful to say when it gets to a point where it's actually not about just getting more and more and more money. There's other things at play. So again, the family connection there for you. Um, and also this balance between um, the balance between having making a living and having a life,
Yes.
basically, and making those choices. Now, I'm also interested that you said that you started out part time at first. Um, how did that go? How did people respond to? How did other people respond to what you were doing? Because you were already successful. So I'm wondering if people were going, Paty, what what are you doing? You're already successful. Why are you looking at this? What was the response?
Yeah, I have to say, some people told me that I was kind of crazy because I was successful and I started other industry. But one of the things that I did from the beginning was I saw the big vision. I
Mm.
saw
Mhm.
that it was a huge opportunity to open countries for a company that is successful, that has a huge technology, that is based on innovation. So I kind of like believe that I was doing something big, that it was not
Yeah.
doing something small. So I think when some people tell me that I was crazy, but some people kind of like saw the vision that like, wow, if Patty is doing this, is because she went to the company, she saw the big vision, and she wants to help this country to open this company to open countries. So I
Yeah.
put the big vision into people that it was not just about sell products. It was not just to make some extra income or something. It was something to do a huge business. It was something that it will come, like it was a huge opportunity. And
Mm.
actually it was a huge opportunity to kind of like decide to work for 5 7 years and then to have more freedom, because most of the people work 45 years, and at the end, right, and at the end,
Mhm.
life is just one. Life is just one. So I start understanding, as I say, of course, make money is so important, because now in this world you need money for everything. You need
Mm,
money
yeah.
even though for health, for
Yeah.
everything you need money. But I think one of the things that we had to look for too is we had to look for business or opportunities that like provide us more time, quality time.
Yeah.
That's so important. And actually, like they provide us time to be with our family, and more than that, something that you like to do, that you
Yeah.
are helping people. I realize in this industry, now that I'm been 13 years in this industry, I realize that I can make money helping people. So
Yeah.
I love
No.
that. I think
Yeah.
I think now it's different, but at that moment I had to say, like, everything that we do in life, every time that you are going to do something new, you are afraid. It's kind of like normal.
Yeah.
When you are doing something
Yes.
different, when it's
Hmm.
change, when the word change comes to our life, the being afraid, the
Yeah.
fear, actually, that's the correct word. The fear is like attached to that, like, because it's something new. Everything that we are going to do something new, the fear comes. But one of the things that I learned is like success is in the other side of fear. And
Mm,
the,
yeah. Yeah.
and the reason, the way to get away of that fear and come to the success is like you have to take the action. So
Yeah.
start taking action little by little, little by little, and then is when you find the success. So I had to
Yeah.
say I was. I was afraid at the beginning. I had fear, but I changed that into action, and that helped me to start
And
doing the business.
that's an interesting thing, isn't it? Because sometimes when we feel afraid, it's almost like we think, well, when I feel better, when I feel more confident, then I'll move forward. And that's the wrong way round. It's like you push on through the fear and then the fear goes away. The fear doesn't go away first. And I just want to, again, explore a little bit, if I may, because you started, as you say, part-time. And like all reputable network marketing companies, this particular organization has some fantastic products. So, selling the products, but also selling the business opportunity. You started in the same way that everybody else does. And you got to a point where you have launched this particular business into 4 South American countries. How did you have to change, Paty? How did you have to shift your mindset to go from, right, here I am, right at the start, same as absolutely anybody else, to, right, let's go to Peru, let's go to Colombia, let's open the new nationalities to this growing global business? Because that's a big old leap. And you've said partly from the very beginning you had that vision that this wasn't just a little bit of extra money. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. If somebody is thinking, I would just like to make a little bit of extra money, on the side. But for you, it was like 5 to 7 years, and then this is really going to sustain me financially for the rest of my life. Tell us about the journey from Paty goes to her first, or starts in the business, and then Paty opens 4 countries in South America. What did you have to learn and change yourself?
That was an interesting journey, I had to say, because sometimes like most of the people come to those industries, and because they've been successful in the previous businesses before, they think it's gonna be easy, and they think it's gonna be, and that was me. I thought, okay, this is gonna be just like this, like that. But honestly, this is a totally new industry. And one of the things that they told me is, Paty, it doesn't matter what you know before. This is a new industry, and you have to be coachable. And honestly, at the beginning, I had to say I was not coachable. I wanted to do things on my way, because that's usually what, as a human beings, what we want to do the things as we think is the best. But after I have some, like I was not having the results that I want in my first year. I had to be honest. After that, I realized and I say, okay, like somebody told me, Paty, here everything is like done. It's a system. You just need to follow the people that is already successful, and you will be successful. And that's what I did after. I decided, like, okay, I want to be successful in this industry, because after a year, I say, kind of like, I like it, and I want to go to the top in this industry. So one of the first thing, and I think one of the most important thing, it was I started being coachable. That was one of the first things. Second, I started realizing, like, this business, and I will say any business like that, you have to work with people. I had to learn how not to judge people. I had to learn, like, kind of like understand, like, what they are going through. And that helps me so much not to judge people. And actually, that's something that has been helping me now in my life. Kind of like understand everybody's process. After, I have to study a lot about leadership, and one of the things about leadership is like kind of like being like ready to serve, to focus on helping people.
Yeah.
And that's the way that I will like money will come, because sometimes when we focus, I say to my leaders, like, when you focus on money, kind of like goes away, but when you focus in serving others and help other people, like, money comes, that's like as a result, and you are helping people. So I had to say that I went through an interesting journey, but it was really nice. I had to say that I started reading a lot of books about self development that I love it, and I would recommend anybody. Doesn't matter in what industry you are, reading a lot about personal development and going to conference about this. I started reading some amazing books that helped me a lot, like become like every day like a better leader, so I can lead everybody. But as I say at the beginning, you have to be a good follower in anything that you are doing
Mm.
new. So after you are a really good follower, so after that you can become a leader. So one of the most things that I love about this industry is the person that you become. I can
Mm.
see after
Ooh,
30
yeah.
years I'm not the same person. I can see that I'm being like I learned how to be humble, because that's the other thing, like I was talking to my husband actually yesterday. I said, you know what, it's like this ego, the ego part,
Yeah.
or being humble, or either you are in your ego, in your reason, like, or you are humble, like to learn from others, and to really focus and helping people. So I will say those one of the things that helped me a lot, like much, like to be successful in this industry.
Yeah. And that's, again, I really like what you say there about you thought, oh, this is going to be easy because I've got experience, I'm successful, I will just take it from here and put it over here. And it's not. I mean, it's eminently possible, but like nothing, as we know, like nothing that is worth doing is easy. And I think so often online people are trying to sell a quick fix, a quick solution, the 10 top tips for this, or the quick fire way to make money. And also people are looking for effort-free things. Where can I make lots of money and I don't have to do very much? And those opportunities just don't exist, basically. So I like the fact that you said it takes work, it takes dedication. I think that's true of any journey, that that it takes time and dedication, and also, as you say, follow people who are successful, because I think regardless of what your true calling is, there's going to be people who will say, oh, that won't work, oh, that, and they're saying that because it hasn't worked for them, or that's not their path. But as you say, look to the people who are successful and follow them. And also, I love your turn of phrase there, where you say, I'm not the same person. I'm not the same person that I was when I started, because not only have you achieved so much, but you've actually become the person that those achievements warrant after being in the business for this long, and have an opportunity to really help and impact other people, which is a really remarkable thing. So if you sort of look back on your journey and where you are now, running a hugely successful network marketing business in numerous countries around the world, what has it given you that you didn't have before?
Yeah, I think first I had to become a really positive person,
Mm,
really, I think discipline. Actually, that's one of the things that I forgot to say before: discipline and create good habits. And as
yeah,
I say, discipline and creating good habits, you need to apply in any businesses, no? Because many of these people like gonna listen here are entrepreneurs, or want to become entrepreneurs, and that's something that like all of us we need to become. Work in our discipline and our habits. After 13 years, I learned that everything is about the habits that we have, and because all of us will look for being successful. But I actually, before I was thinking that success is and some people is still thinking success is kind of like far away, and I learned success is like the result of being successful, like every day, like you can
love it.
start being successful every day. So you cannot wait for success after. You need to decide to be successful today, and being successful today means the sum, like to be like being successful every hour.
Yeah,
you know that's the result on being successful. So I realized, like I had to start feeling being successful every day through the discipline and through the habits that I do every day.
yeah,
And one of the things that I realized is like sometimes the habits are so strong that our habits are taking us to the wrong way. So I start
deeply.
analyzing exactly what I was doing every day in the morning since I wake up until I went to sleep. And I read some books that helped me to create better, successful habits, like the book club, the 5 a.m. book club of
Oh,
Robin,
yes. Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
love it. And I decided that I wake up early in the morning, and I decided that I will work on myself, because I think the most important project that we have in life is ourselves,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
like the person that we have to work on it the most. So I start waking up 1 hour a day before, and I start first being grateful. So I start writing about everything. Sorry, everything that I was grateful for. So I start making a list of the things that I was grateful. I start doing my statement, which is like you say all the goals and dreams that you want to get done, and it's already done. So I start doing my statement every day about say positive affirmations about myself every day. After, I start reading at least 20 minutes per day about like different books that people recommend me about that can help me to become a strong leader. I start doing some exercise, at least like walk or something, like take care of me, doing some meditation. I'm not the best expert in meditation, I have to say, but in the meditation, I had to start kind of like visualize. One of the things that helped me a lot was visualize
Yes.
all my
Yes.
dreams are goals if they were already done. Not kind of like I'm going to be successful, like I'm successful already. And those positive affirmations, all the things that I start doing like 1 hour early in the morning, help me through the day, through the action that I was taking actually, to be like to have like an amazing results. So I will say, as I say, I'm not the same person. I'm so grateful with this industry because I became more like disciplined. I start having, now I know that I had like better habits. I still working a lot, because one of the things that I love is like, we never end like to
No.
learn, So,
Yeah.
but now one of the things that I love is like, I always want to learn more. I always want to be a better person. I always want to be a better leader. So I continue to go to seminars. So now I'm more disciplined and more focused, because before I start doing one activity and then I kind of like forgot, and then I start another one, I never kind of like finish
Yeah.
what I start doing it. So I have to say that I'm more lovely too. Like I had to work more in my self love, and kind
Oh,
of like, because I
yeah.
realize love is one of the strongest like forces around the world. And if you love yourself, you can start loving others, and you can start understand better others without judging, as I say. And I start living the life much better, like every day.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Paty, you are an absolute powerhouse. It's been really inspiring talking to you as always. As always. Paty,
Mm.
marketing superstar, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you.
No, thank you, Annabelle. I really appreciate your invitation, and anything that you need, let me know. This industry changed me so much that I will highly recommend people to find out more, because this industry will allow people not just to kind of like make money, will
Yeah.
help you later to have time, will help you to be not just being successful, kind of like doing feeling that you are doing something significance for the world.
Yeah.
And that's like it's incredible.
It
Thank
is.
you,
It is.
Annabelle.
Thank you, Paty. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Paty's experience can really, really speak to us all. Perhaps the first thing to be aware of is that it really is okay to want more. We don't need anybody else's permission to succeed. We just don't. We can move forward and take it for ourselves. Another thing that Paty said that really resonated with me was that the personal journey comes first. Personal growth comes before business growth. Everywhere, in any circumstances, it's the inner game, it's the inner work that comes first. And also, True calling isn't just about what we can gain for ourselves and the lifestyle that we can build for ourselves. It's so much about how we live our values, how we can work with other people, and the impact that we have on other people and the benefits that we bring to the world. Friends, whatever you're doing today, choose to take your own steps forward towards your true calling.